Alright there everyone, thought I'd do a beer review. You know how it is, the usual. I forgot this camera doesn't focus. Here we go, Re-Dank-Ulous it's called. You know what, I saw this and I thought it was some kind of like cannabis beer hybrid. Just from the name Re-Dank-Ulous, with its emphasis on the word dank, and it's kind of like green. You probably can't see, but it looks almost like ground up weed or keef or something, like spelling out the words, but apparently it's just referring to the hops, the dank. It's a bold 9.5% Imperial Red IPA. It pours a pleasing burnt umber colour. Why did I say salt? There's not even any word of salt in here. It pours a pleasing burnt umber colour. Caramel malt and roasted barley introduce a subtle sweetness, but the hops are the true headliner in this big IPA. The spicy, piney and tropical complexities of Chinook, Mosaic and Simcoe hops hit you right away with their dank aroma, and they stick around. It's not just ridiculous, it's Re-Dank-Ulous. Yeah, I'm trying to see where it's made. Founders Brewing Co. in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh, so it's, what's that, American? Yeah, there we go. Let's have a go with this. Shit, I haven't got a bottle opener. Okay, let's go get a bottle opener. Fuck. What did I do that for? See, I've got trying to fix a lawnmower. I attempted to mow our lawn the other day. It was the grass was so thick that it just broke the mower and smoke started pouring out of the side of it. So it's not even my mower, it's the mother-in-law's lawnmower. So so that's that story. I've just gone out to B&Q and bought a new one, but I'm trying to fix that one as well. So then I'll have a spare. I'll have two lawnmowers then. I won't have to keep borrowing one of my mother-in-law. I can just give her one of them lawnmowers, keep the one for myself. So let's have a go at this. And the bottle cap has something on as well. It says Founders 1997 to 2017. 20 years, zero regrets. That's the word, isn't it? Regrets. Oh, it's really fresh, like hop smelling. From the word dank makes you think it's going to be really sort of what's the word, like vegetative smelling, like I described a sort of smell before, where it's like rotting leaves in like autumn, when after autumn when the leaves start to rot. And it stops smelling like freshly fallen leaves and starts to smell like dank smell. That's what I was expecting, but it's really got like a very sort of a fresh sort of hop smell. And there's not a lot of smell coming off it, to be honest, because it's like fresh out of the fridge. It's really cold, but I don't think you're meant to drink IPAs like. I think you're meant to drink them nice and freezing cold. I think that's like the best way. I don't know. I don't know what the opinion is on the temperature, the right temperature for IPAs to be served, but I'm sure to me they taste better when they're nice and cold and refreshing. And I kind of associate them now with drinking them on a summery day. But at the same time, you don't get the aroma coming off them as much from the hops and stuff. I feel like my nose is blocked, but there's like hardly any aroma coming off it, which from the name I was expecting it to be a lot stronger. Anyway, maybe I'm getting a bit of a blocked nose or something. Maybe I got a bit of like hay fever or something like that. I don't know, but not a lot of smell coming off it at all. So let's just drink it and see. There's another one of those. It says Indian Red. red IPA, Imperial red IPA. The last few beers I've had have been like red ones, and they've always been a bit too sickly for me, a bit too sweet. I've not been a massive fan of them. I think maybe this might have the same problem for me, but yeah, I had to buy it for that, just for that name alone, Re-Dank-Ulous. I love the cover on it. It also looks kind of psychedelic as well, like the fonts they've used and everything. It's nice. It doesn't taste like what I was expecting, which was expecting like a kind of a real strong hop monster type of IPA taste. Kind of what I'm used to with like, you know, like a stronger sort of punk IPA or something, like a Brewdog type of thing, where the hops, like it says, the hops are the main event. So I was expecting it to be like that, like, but it's more sort of it's a lot more bitter than I was expecting, and it's I don't know, it's the hops aren't as super overpowering as I thought they would be, so it's not as ridiculous as it sounds from the bottle. I don't know, you know what, I think maybe my there might be something up with my taste buds in a minute. I feel like I'm not really tasting it as much as I should. Like my sinuses feel a bit blocked. I think maybe I'm not at the right level of tasting abilities to be able to review this beer correctly. I'm not sure, but it's got a sweetness to it which I'm enjoying right now. I get the feeling when I get about halfway through it's gonna get a bit cloying, but it's the sweetness and the bitterness, the like super bitterness of the hops, really sort of goes well together, which I enjoy a whole lot. I guess it says caramel. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing that's what gives it its sweet taste. It does taste a bit sort of like toffee-ish, you know. So it's a nice balance of the hops and the malts there. It's not just the hops are overpowering everything entirely. It's still quite a decently balanced beer. Yeah, and it doesn't taste like a 9.5% beer either. No, it's nice actually. I was saying I wouldn't really enjoy this one because it's like a red one. Like I usually don't enjoy them that much, but actually it's nice. I think they've got a nice bitterness with the hops, just making it sort of okay, bearable for my palate really. And yeah, it's good. So it's got a little message on the inside of the cap as well. It says brewed. I don't know if it says brewed for US or brewed for us, or that could be a play on words and it could mean either. But yeah, there's a little message for you there. I'm trying to find something to watch on Netflix. It's kind of got that weird Netflix screensaver thing going on at the minute. I'm kind of at that point where we kind of just finished watching a lot of the stuff that we were watching, like binge watching, and now there's like not a whole lot to watch. New series of Schitt's Creek. If you haven't watched that, I find it hilarious, that show. It's kind of like a comedy show where it's almost like nothing happens every single episode. You kind of get to the end of the episode and you think hardly anything's happened, but it's funny as fuck. Like the mother in it is like the best character, and she's the woman who played Kevin McAllister's mum in the Home Alone movies, and she's in this, and she plays as a really crazy woman, and she's like proper like the funniest thing in the show. Tried watching a new series of what's that program? Arrested Development, and I got really bored by like the second episode and stopped watching. So yeah, I can't really recommend that. Even though Arrested Development, the first few seasons were really good. I think it's 2 seasons which were already originally ran on TV, and then they made a special one, a 3rd season for Netflix, and it wasn't as good. I think that was the 3rd season. Anyway, they've made a new one for Netflix, and it still doesn't seem to be quite as good as it was. I don't know why I'm talking about random Netflix programs. I just felt like, just me sat here drinking a beer. This is why I used to do Booze and Talk rather than just straight up beer reviews, because it's a bit boring watching me drink just an entire bottle of beer and then not really say anything else other than talk about the beer. So I like to mix it up with some exciting and interesting topics for everyone. I mean, what we've learned today that I've been watching Netflix and Broken and Lawnmower. Exciting. Also I downloaded a game called Cultist Simulator, and I've just been obsessed with it. Been playing it I've had it like 2 or 3 days now, and I've put about 15 hours into it already, and I'm still complete shit at the game. Just the kind of thing I like really kind of overcomplicated, impenetrable kind of game that takes ages to master, like Dwarf Fortress, Space Station 13, that kind of thing. Anything where I play it and I'm just like, this is fucking impossible. That's the kind of video game that makes me just keep going back over and over and over to try and master it. If only I could apply the same sort of philosophy to my own life, which is just a series of can't be arsed and half attempted jobs. But for some reason with video games, I just get this massive drive to succeed that doesn't exist in any other place in my life. So yeah, it is getting a bit too sweet now for me, as predicted. It's just these red ales. I've kind of learned over the last few reviews that I've done that like the red ales are kind of the ones that I kind of don't enjoy as much. I'm kind of learning. However long I've been doing these reviews for, fucking must be like nearly 10 years or so, and yeah, only just learning that I don't really like red ales that much. Ooh, God, I feel it going to my head already. Yeah, I don't know. It's not as strong tasting or smelling as I expected. I don't think it is just my sinuses or whatever. See, if I'm smelling it there, I can smell it, but it just smells like sweet, like caramelly smells. It doesn't smell like super hoppy. And the taste of it, you can taste the hops, but it isn't as I'd expect it to be from this bottle. It's spicy, piney, and tropical complexities. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting that really, but I suppose so, actually. But the thing is, I've just read that, and then I'm tasting it, and I'm thinking, it's kind of a bit sort of like spicy and complex and interesting, but it could just be the fact that I read it and then tasted it. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's not like this crazy hop beast that blows your head off with its hop taste. It's more that they've put so many different interesting hops in there that it creates a much more complex taste than you would get with a lot of beers, or a lot of IPAs at least. I know in the past I kind of complained about IPAs, getting a bit bored of them because they kind of all started to taste the same to me, and every time I went into a pub it was like, what ales have they got on tap? Oh, IPA, 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 IPA. And it's just like, you know, am I really going to want to work my way through that bar when every beer is going to taste the same? So I think, you know, this is actually doing something different. So although I was complaining about it not being as strong as the recent IPAs, actually that's probably a good thing. And you can tell it's strong because it make me fucking waffle on, which always happens when I drink something a bit strong. Yeah, not bad. It's not so sweet that I couldn't drink another one of them. Although probably if I had two of them, I'd be falling asleep soon after. Because 9.5 is pretty strong for me these days. I'm getting a bit of an old man, and you know, strong beer these days just knocks me on my arse. So yeah, it's not as sickly sweet as I thought it would be. I think the hops are doing a lot of the work there, taking the sweetness out and making it much more palatable for me. Yeah, nice beer. Not what I expected at all. I was expecting really like to open it up and to be like, Re-Dank-Ulous, you know, fucking hell. I was expecting it also to smell like weed for some reason, just from the way it looked, but no, none of those things were true. And just goes to show, don't judge a bottle by its label. Judge it by how it tastes. Anyway, alright, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go find something to watch on Netflix now. I don't know what, but yeah. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you next time.